fellow NTDA members, industry colleagues and distinguished guests. On behalf of the NTDA directors and executive officers, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 11th Tyre Industry Conference. Events like this do rely heavily on the generosity of sponsors and supporters. So I add my thanks to DTM, Direct Time Management, for sponsoring the conference this year. We have a great lineup of speakers, some very informative and thought-provoking topics too. It's been an exciting year for the NTDA, as we said farewell and thank you to Stephen Hay, CEO, and welcomed Ian Andrew, or Thompson. I think it might stick, as his replacement to drive the association forward with fresh eyes. I'm sure some of you will have noticed some of the new direction and approaches that Ian has brought to the association already, and I know that there are more to come. We can look forward to very proactive developments and beneficial changes for members. On the membership front, we have welcomed 29 new members to the association, many of whom are represented here today, and you're all very welcome. Again, we've had a good mix, new members from local independent family-run tyre retailers to new supplier members, along with training providers. As a trade association, one of our main roles is to interact with the UK government and devolved administrations, which basically means navigating a maze of acronyms, policies, and very long meetings so that you don't have to. The NTDA is our voice in Westminster, loud enough to be heard, but polite enough not to get thrown out. I know that Ian has already had constructive meetings with DEFRA, Department of Work and Pensions, National Highways, Scottish Environmental Protection Agency, and other meetings are scheduled for our benefit. Ian has been supporting the team in DEFRA, which is looking at developing an environmental and sustainability approach to the public procurement, and he's ensured already that tyres are now considered within the scope of that policy, whereas their focus initially was solely on the procurement of vehicles and was not considering their ongoing maintenance. Beyond government engagement, we have continued to work with the professional recovery operators, safety executive, pros, on the rollout of rear-facing red flashing lamps to help ensure that our colleagues who work on the busy road network are safe. The Tyre Technician Professional Development Scheme has now licensed 17,000 individuals on their various schemes, including React. Police, highways and safety organisations now recognise the NTDA as the accepted code of practice for safe systems of work, which is quite an achievement. On tyres, as Ian has already mentioned, we had the biggest ever response to our Tyre Check 2025 research, with over 58,000 vehicles checked. Our sincere thanks to everybody that engaged themselves within the survey. The results showed, as Ian has demonstrated, while the number of illegal tyres had dropped slightly, the number in the range of 1.6 to 2 millimetre effectively doubled. With one district in the Midlands, I wasn't going to name them, but Ian has, registered a frightening 7 out of 10 vehicles checked were found to have illegal tyres. And although this is a very serious subject, I did wonder when we published this whether all of the retailers in the room would instantly get on their phones and start opening depots. But it's a frightening thought to think there are that many vehicles that we are passing, or they're passing us with illegal tyres. On tyre safety, the NTDA will now be working more closely with Tyre Safe charity and has become a supporter of that organisation. This is a welcome synergy, and I know that many members will applaud this move. On the events front, I can report on a very successful NTDA charity golf day at Worsley Park Golf Club near Manchester. Huge success of the event, not so successful for me as an individual player, but the event sponsored by Autotech raised over £3,000 for the Wheelwrights charity. Looking forward and recognising not everyone plays golf, we are exploring other events in order to become inclusive to all members. I turn my thoughts to our colleagues in Northern Ireland now. Although there wasn't a formal dinner event this year, plans are afoot for a more informal gathering of members over there, and as ever, the NTDA remains strongly supported across the water. And if anyone hasn't attended one of the Northern Ireland events, I would urge you to do so, but perhaps take the week after off work. Looking ahead, the survey of members, which Ian bravely put out asking for feedback on existing member benefits and member events, has given us some clear direction on what the association should be doing in addition to the status quo. As a result, there will be more online and in-person events for members to look forward to. Of course, none of this would happen without the NTDA Aylesbury Dream Team. They will confirm that running the association with such a small team sometimes feels as exhausting as a contact sport. And so our sincere thanks to Alison, Abby, Laura and Lauren for their passion and their energy. There are exciting times ahead for the NTDA, and I'm honoured to be your national chairman at this time of stage. We intend to re-energise the membership and the support that the NTDA provides for its members. In return, we need everyone here to push those in the industry that reap the benefits but do not engage through membership of the NTDA. Of course, you all do, you are here, but we all know some that should be and are not. Please, let's work together to grow this association into its strongest, most proactive and most influential version yet. With unity, pride and a clear vision, we can amplify our collective voice and create a lasting impact for all of our members and the wider perception of our essential industry. Thank you.